Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scoob. I'll be your pilot. Let me turn this down just a little bit. I'm doing just a little bit of juggling this evening. This is Elite Dangerous. Be seated. Make yourselves comfortable. Get yourself something to drink. We're going old school. It is Throwback Thursday. And tonight we've got the keel back. I'm sorry, I'm just making a few adjustments here. Oxnix, welcome to the channel and thank you for your feedback. I did make one minor change. Did you see any,
Good morning, and you're welcome.
Alright, so did you see any, hang on a second. You're probably listening to the stream and I'm not. Where's Discord? Discord's here. Okay. Let me set push to talk. How's that?
That's better. I'm going to mute your stream.
Okay. So, as from last night, did you see any waviness last night?
Yes, I did.
You did, and you don't see it now.
I do not see it now. This is still just stills, though. Once you get playing, it might change.
Right, okay, so let's test that. Since you're here, would you mind?
Not at all.
Alright.
I don't mind being the guinea pig for people. Part of why I help do this with games I don't ever bother playing. Because I'm a good person to bounce thoughts off.
Alright, let me turn that down. Okay, so we're still looking at still stuff. How does the HUD look to you then?
Fine.
Okay, not bouncing or waving or doing anything weird?
Nope, it's completely stable.
Okay, so let me do this for the stream introduction because it's, I don't want to go into a diatribe about this, but at the same time, I want to address it because more than one person has seen it, and you do not see it right now. So that's an improvement.
Yep.
With these alerts.
Well, I saw the waviness last night. It made reading anything difficult.
Now I do have. Okay, so come on. All right, so let me address that with the rest of the stream. Should there be any anonymous viewers watching this? So apparently there's a visual anomaly in the stream, which I have been made aware of. And by the way, to those who have made me aware of it, thank you. If I don't know there's a problem, I can't fix it. So that's point number one. Point number two is that I can't see it. I don't know that there's a problem, except from what you've told me. I've gone back and reviewed my VODs. I've gone back and reviewed the YouTube exports. I've done local recording. I've done stream tests. And I cannot see, except for one clip that one person has done, that it has happened. So be that as it may, I have no baseline for comparison to know that I have fixed it or not if I can't see it. So keep in mind that what might be coming to you might not be the same thing I'm watching. I am watching the game in front of me. I'm watching OBS so I can watch the scene and make sure you guys are seeing what you're supposed to be seeing. And then I can also occasionally pop over to the website Creator Dashboard, which gives me my feeds and chat box, and I kind of monitor different things on there, my stream health, stats, and all that. And see what's going on there. And I don't watch that video in full screen because of obvious reasons. It takes up a lot of real estate. I only have 2 monitors. And point number 3 is that the machine I'm doing this on is 7 years old. I'm using the NVENC encoder built into the GPU. The GPUs are the most powerful piece of hardware in that box because I've tried hardware encoding and it doesn't work well, guys. It's a bad time. So whatever will be, will be. With that being said, I did have a suggestion last night. Well, actually I had 2 suggestions last night. One was kind of ludicrous, and the other one was, and they're from the same person, mind you. The other one kind of made sense, as in like, okay, I can look into that.
The one was they were replace the computer and adjust the setting. Correct?
No. I want to replace the computer because it's old and it needs to be. And it's going to, because eventually I'm going to run this thing into the ground and it's going to blow up before my new parts get here. So it's going to get replaced. That's going to happen, like it or don't. So that's on me. The suggestion he said was replace the monitor. And Carl, the monitor's got one job. It's got one job, Carl. And that's to make pictures for my eyeballs. What you see in the stream has nothing to do with my monitor. That's all a game capture that's sent over the network and has nothing to do with what I'm looking at right in front of me. My monitor being replaced is not going to help that. Now, I do have another anomaly.
You know, you're 97% correct, but yes.
It doesn't affect the stream, is what I'm getting at.
There's about 3% of monitors where the way the monitor isn't made to interact with the graphics card might cause a feedback situation that will display on your screen. But it's
could.
Such a low-end priority. Don't.
Right. It's probably going to be an edge case more than anything else, if at all. Right. So the other part of this is there is an anomaly that I am having, and I'm staring at it right now. I'm running the stream, I'm playing the game, and I'm staring at my chat box with a list of users in it. And if I hover my mouse over those users, everything becomes clear. And the minute I start to move away, it fades away. And it seems only to happen under load. So I do have an anomaly that I need to work on, and I don't know what's causing it because I need to have somebody around to test with. Now, all that being established, I did make one change. I changed the downscaling filter quality from 32 samples down to 16. That's it. So if you're not seeing waviness now, or like in the map, this is what user number 1 has pointed out to me, is in around text, and he told me when he was clipping it, he said, hold still. So if you're looking at text, this shouldn't be wavy. I wouldn't think.
This is all clear.
Okay, great. So that takes an element of scaling and anti-aliasing off of my plate.
I'm auto qualitating to source 1080p 60.
Great. So that looks like we're in good shape then.
Last night I'd forced it down to 720. Just because if I don't, it'll hang up on my end. Because my system is about the same age as your system.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep getting the audio, but nothing will be moving. That, or every now and then I get an audio loop where what happens is it'll pause and then start repeating itself and gain like 1/10 of a second every round.
Okay, so I imagine you're doing this for a test and that you'll scale it down to 720p as you watch?
If it keeps freezing, I'll downgrade it.
Okay, now...
I'm playing Star Trek in the background.
Okay.
That's how...
Okay, so to be fair, I was having some problems streaming last night. My stream health was just ass. It was in the toilet. I had red and yellow all over the stream health stats. My bitrate was fine, but it seemed to be dropping frames and seizing up. And I even had a hard lockup last night. Cut me off right in the middle of what I was doing. So it happens. Happens to the best of us. Like I said, it's an old rig. It looks pretty, but it's an old rig. So let's get the show on the road. We were doing... what was I doing? Going old school today. It's Throwback Thursday. So today we're in the Keelback, which was the third ship that I've made. I didn't make this. Lakon made this. The third ship that I have purchased with my funding. So this is in preparation for running missions with friends. They're going to get started. Jim's actually going to be the one that I'd be playing with. Says he wants to set up and get back into it this weekend because he's been watching me and he's like, man, I missed this. I got to get back into it. So I kind of want to play on his level and I want to get this ship ready to do what it needs to. So we're in the Keelback. And we made it to 3 engineers. We're sitting in the Mwang system we're sitting in the Kiyomaki system right now, and we're on our way to the Mwang system. That's the last thing I did was set that route last night so we can go to the next engineer, which should be at Bruce Legacy, which he does beam lasers. So let's go get the weapons taken care of. And we have, I believe it's Alex on board, because I reserve Legion for a Warriors dance, so crewman Alex.
Yes, sir?
Say hello to the stream.
Hello, I'm Alex. I'm here to assist you with the ship's systems.
Isn't that nice? Right, so let's get moving. Clear all moorings and prepare for departure.
Ignition.
all that
All systems
rhetoric
prepared.
out of the way, let me go ahead and put some music back on.
Stand by for launch.
Clear the pad.
Pressurizing.
Shift released.
Lights
Departure
on.
authorized.
Lights on. Handing you the comm.
My lights are on because I can't see that shadowed rock in front of me. And Ox, I'm going to assume that what's in my ears is mixed well.
Hold on a second.
Automated flight control.
Instead of
protocol
muting
now
your-
offline. Thank you, Commander.
Stream, I'm going to mute you on. Or deafen me.
Okay. Alright, so Oxnex is deafened and muted, so I'm going to try and speak a little bit. We're going to do this. Clear the area and engage Super Cruise.
Afterburner. Cruise mode engaged.
I get the sensation that the music is a little bit loud, but believe it or not, I've got this turned way down. Go back to OBS. Okay, so I see you in Shadox. How does that sound in terms of music to voice to game? Well, I know this is just a little potato planet, but sure is taking a while to get out of orbit. Alright, clearing the orbital cruise perimeter. So, me, plus or minus, match the music. I match the music. The VA system is quieter than it. I know it's quiet. It always comes out quiet. I don't think I could turn it up any. Game sound effects are between me and the music, but above the VA system. Right, so I turned the music down a little bit. So is this good then? Alright, coming out of the gravity well. Engage warp drive. 5 jumps.
Jumping.
5 jumps to the Moang system.
Leaving system.
Okay. So sounds good then.
Key systems are at optimum levels, readying for exit. System scan complete.
So my hopes are that one tick box is all it took. Maybe I was over sharpening and over scaling. Only being stepped down by half a step in terms of resolution. So, keel back. great little ship for sitting on stars and avoiding interdictions if you have somebody chasing you. I showed this last night. That yellow line is the exclusion zone for the star, and I'm going to sit right on top of it and watch that heat. 64, 66%. Not even breaking a sweat. There are 3 ships in my arsenal that do this as well as this. The Keelback, the Type 10, and I have not been able to get the Diamondback Explorer to do that, but I've got a cold build. Engage system jump.
Jumping.
I don't believe it'll sit on a star, but it does run cold. Now, the physics that go along with passenger rescue missions do not apply to that. This ship heats up a lot faster than something bigger than it. So they're inconsistent. Which means, in order to make those physics scary for you, the
Hull integrity
passenger
is within
rescue
limits. All other
missions,
systems are now at
they have to crank up the heat far beyond what a star would be in order for that to be the experience that they want. Because if a star at 8,000 kelvins can't heat up a keelback, you wouldn't think a station would be able to. But it does. Engage system jump.
jumping.
Set right down on this star and scoop up one more time. It's only a 2A fuel scoop. This ship doesn't quite follow my rule of thumb of keeping the fuel scoop one size smaller than the fuel tank, because it's a 4C fuel tank. Why was this in here twice? I've got 2 timers for chat, so that's probably going to be annoying. Alright, I think that'll be a little less annoying in chat. My Stream Elements bot seems to be spamming the chat with, don't forget to subscribe, stick around, click the button, click on follow, get notified. It appears there are 2 timers there that do the exact same thing, and there don't need to be. Turn one of them off. In fact, I'll delete the duplicate timer. There don't need to be 2 of them. Engage system jump.
Jumping. Vectors.
There we go. Do too much stuff at the same time. And our next jump is going to be our target destination. Next system, and engage system jump.
Jumping to light speed.
Wow. Looks like Boba Fett was on earlier today. Like, way early. He stopped at 6 o'clock my time. Alright, Bruise Legacy is the base. Come on, get that last little bit of fuel in there. There you go. Alright. Scan the system.
Scanning.
We've got a cruise ship in system. They're talking smack up there in chat. And when we land, I'll take a minute to pull up the Inara webpage. Not Inara. I'll pull up the Coriolis webpage so we can take another look at the build. See what we're doing with each of the modules. Prepare for orbit.
Slowing down. Orbital rendezvous procedures initiated.
Okay, my lights are on, so I should be able to land nice and soft without bumping into the surface. And down we go. Still not over the horizon yet. The destination, there it is. It's just cresting over the whole horizon of the planet
Entry
now.
guidance computations complete. Vectors for descent.
Man, I bit my tongue in the backside of it earlier today. It's killing me. So if I talk funny, that's probably why. Had a little extra meat on my sandwich. As always, we're looking for somewhere around a 30 to 35 degree vector, and until we get there, I'm going to keep the destination low on the horizon there.
Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are now at normal levels.
Still 30 kilometers above the surface, so we got a lot of altitude to burn off before we drop. Just getting past 80K in distance. I'm just lightly pushing the nose over just to keep a visual on the target.
Lock target.
I don't want you to lock target. I didn't ask you to lock target. And there's 35, so we're going to go ahead and point the nose right at the target. This should put us right inside the 8 kilometer range, well within inside of it actually. Request a landing pad.
Docking request code 6.
Icon, Juliet, Oscar 1. Flight control.
Cleared for pad 2.
Online. Welcome, Commander. Request docking permission if you wish to land. Clearance granted. Proceed to landing pad 02.
Upward thrust. Gear down.
Lowering gear.
Warning. Landing gear not deployed.
Lights off.
Off.
Okay. That'll do.
Landing operation complete.
So,
Commence
while that's
system
going on,
shutdown.
let's go ahead and pop
Welcome,
open.
Commander.
There's a web browser there. Let's get a new tab going. Uh-oh. Close something I wasn't supposed to. Put that back up there. Get this back over here. And let me get Coriolis back up. I do need to go find a text file so I can copy the build information from there. So just give me just 1 second, guys. I believe I put it under downloads, ED stuff, ship builds. There it is. John Daniels Keelback rework. And I want to open this with Notepad++. Copy that. And let me get you guys back over to what I'm seeing here. Wait a minute. That's not good. Oh, please don't tell me Coriolis is down. Murphy, when will you go away? I don't think... Well, Anara works. There was an update today. They could be updating some things on their end. I do believe Coriolis is down, guys. I was going to switch you over to the primary display to see what we're doing, but that's... Yep, Coriolis is down. It's... Like I said, there was a patch today, so it's very likely that they are updating their stuff to match. So that's not going to work. Alright, so luckily I did have an idea of what we needed to do. So we're just going to work through this as best we can. We're probably not going to make all the engineers tonight anyway, but... So, this guy's going to do our beams. We have 2 medium beams on the ship. They are legacy mod and they're not very good. So let's move those up to the new way of doing things. And with a Lakon ship with a wheezy little power distributor, we want to have this be an efficient weapon. So we're going to go ahead and bump this all the way up to grade 5. That's going to cancel our short-range blaster. We don't want anything long-range. Whoever's going to be after us is going to be in our face anyway, because this is a cargo vessel. And here's grade 2. One more and done. And 3. Heat exchangers. I'm going to go ahead and... That's pinned. Exceptional scrambled emission data. I have some. That's not going to take a lot. Maybe 3 rolls to get through this. Two if we're lucky. 2 it is. Okay, so here's grade 4. I don't have any heat vanes. Oh, that sucks. It's a manufactured material. And I'm quite certain I have a grade 5 to get some. I only need like 3 of them. Right, so in order to get through that, frequently used by haulage vessels, destroyed haulage vessels can be scavenged from the aftermath of combat, shipping lanes known to be salvaged from signal sources and anarchy systems. Okay, let's find us a anarchy system, see if we can't find some heat vanes. And I guess while we're here, we'll go ahead and bump up the other beam. We're not going to go looking for combat, but here's the grade 2 legacy mod. Let's go get these up and running. Well, they're grade 3 anyway. So we're stuck at grade 3, but not complete, so we're ready to go do grade 4. So, alright, let's go look for an anarchy system, see if we can find some heat vanes. Stellar cartography.
Welcome to Stellar Cartography.
Not what I had in mind today. I ran headlong into that one. Right, anarchy systems. Off there. The Rashana system is not too far away. 23 light years. Industrial military, 3.7 million people. Let's say we have a look. Clear all moorings and prepare for departure.
Initiating.
That's only one jump.
Engines online. Stand by for launch.
Raise the landing gear.
Gear
Takeoff procedure complete. Clear for departure.
Clear the area and engage system jump.
afterburners engaged. Preparing for jump.
See how wheezy the capacitor is? I can't even boost.
Hyperspace, checking systems now. Complete.
Pandora's gonna do this stupid. Are you still listening?
Key systems are at optimal
No,
levels.
it's not. Okay.
Aim for exit.
it's behaving. Right, okay. So here's the Rishana system. Never been here before. Scan the system, please.
Scanning for information.
Alright, 18 bodies, so nothing too extravagant out there. Let's go dive into that star and get some gas. There we are. Put some distance between us and the star, so if there's anything behind it, we can see it. I guess the right thing to do would be go like this. And go upwards. This will give us a clear view of the rest of the star system. Activate FSS.
Affirmative, Commander.
Alright, so apparently I've got some trade data on this system, even though I've never been here. So scanning it, having knowledge of a system within 20 light years is going to give us immediate access to everything. So we've got degraded emissions. Heat veins are probably going to come from higher grade emissions. Now the fast way out of this, guys, is to take a material trader. Remember what I was saying about it the other day. Only trade down, don't trade up.
Class 2 distress call for Rishan Jet Boys detected.
I try not to use material traders because, well, that's just instant gratification and it's not playing the game. And let's see, what else we got here? Lots of convoys here. Go to the emissions. Degraded emissions. Nothing high grade, I wouldn't think. Tell me about this system.
Rishanha is an independent anarchy home to over 3.5 million souls. Rishanha Jet Boys is the controlling faction. There are 2 orbital stations and 5 planetary stations in this system.
High grade emissions, holy crap, really? Are we done? Yeah, okay. Deactivate FSS.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright, so I've got that high grade targeted. Let's go check that out before it disappears. 27 minutes from now. System map.
Displaying star map.
Right, so the farthest thing out here is 9,800 light seconds, so we're not in a terrible position. Now these guys, for Anarchy, they're doing quite well. Karchikina Orbital, yeah. Karachnika Orbital. I guess this is Russian? I don't know. Some of these station names, man, I'd put my back out trying to pronounce them. Anyway, it's a full-size Coriolis station, so for anarchists, they're doing pretty well without having a government. As long as they can all agree to get along. Stand by to disengage.
Standing by.
Probably doing this way early. And she's gonna cancel.
Cancel.
Disengage.
Drives disengaging. Commander, what are your orders? There are items here we could use.
No worries, Ox. Says there's items here. I don't see nothing. Oh, not these. Engage Super Cruise.
Engaging cruise.
Nothing I don't already have 250 of. Actually, you know what? Let me just double check here. Loaded, loaded, loaded. Yep. Okay. Engage Super Cruise.
Drives engaging.
Alright, so we knew we had a whole bunch of stuff out here that was, had a whole bunch of stuff out there that was, signal sources, so let's go get them. Disengage.
Disengaging Super Cruise.
And again, we're looking for heat
Commander, what are
veins.
your orders? We should collect everything we can.
That is a really wide targeting arc. And no hologram. Unexpected emissions data and irregular emissions data. Alright. Lower the cargo scoop.
Deploying the cargo scoop.
Close cargo scoop.
The cargo scoop is retracted.
Engage Super Cruise.
Super Cruise drive charging.
Alright, back at it. Next closest one is a degraded emission signal source. It's worth a shot anyway. A broken clock's right half. I always screw this up. A broken clock is right twice a day. Squirrel gets a nut every once in a while. Disengage.
Disengaging. Awaiting orders. There could be some valuable salvage here.
Considering how a digital clock works, a kitchen clock makes a great paperweight for a physical star map. Okay. This was a degraded emission signal, was it not?
Incoming message.
Irregular emission data. That's fine.
It's broken clock, not kitchen clock.
Oh, sorry. It was blurry. I have that anomaly on that monitor.
And for what it's worth, the only thing I'm dealing with for having issues in reading is screen shake from the way the graphics are working. And that seems to be intentional on their.
Yes, that is correct.
I don't have the wavy screen thing that was going on last time at all.
Well, guess we'll call that resolved. Close cargo scoop.
Retracted.
Engage supercruise.
Charging supercruise drive.
Alright, encoded emissions. I want to see a degraded emissions. Threat 3. What is in there? That can't be good. And this ship certainly isn't going to punch its way out of it, whatever it is. This could be interesting.
And yet, you're heading right for it.
Oh, why not? Rebuy's less than $1 million. Let's have some fun. It's a really short insurance cost. Check it out. 1.048 billion credits in the bank. 841,000 for a rebuy cost. I think we can afford to take a look. I didn't slow down fast enough, so now we get to take the loop of shame. That wasn't so bad. It's not like I'm flying a building or anything.
Can you do that intentionally to get a look at what you might be the threat without having to actually engage it?
Not really. The contact type and the threat level should kind of tell you what it is as a combination. There are scenarios that go with some of these. They've enhanced these signal sources to include, some random stuff that goes along with them. You might find a distress call. You might find somebody getting attacked. You might find somebody asking you to go and locate some cargo for them. That's always a possibility. That's probably what's going on. It'll probably offer me a scenario that I can decline. That's the most likely thing that could happen in here. Somebody wants me to go pick up an illegal black box or something. Disengage.
Disengaging. Commander, what are your orders? There could be some valuable salvage here.
There probably is. Let's see who else is there. Private data beacon, chemical storage units, galvanizing alloys. Why is this a threat 3?
Incoming message.
data. Lower the cargo scoop. Oh, there's some people. Look what we found. Payday is here. I live for this. Well, okay. I don't have anything you want. And the attackers are 3 Vipers. Probably in a wing. Let's get out of here before we get our thrusters shot off, shall we? Come on, baby, run. I'm bigger than them. I shouldn't be mass locking them. There we go. Scratched, but no worse for the wear. They're just a bunch of Vipers. I wouldn't have been able to take on 3 of them, but it is an old ship. Now, I've been going into degraded signal sources, which should be nothing but scrap and junk. And for whatever reason,
Shields online.
they've been giving me private data beacons and sending me data instead of manufactured materials. So well, they're talking a lot of smack, and you know what? I don't have anything to give them. Look, my hole is empty. It's an anarchy system, so there's not going to be any crimes. I could have shot them with impunity. Let's see what else we got for signal sources here. Convoys and foreign coded emissions. So this is probably not going to yield any heat vanes. So while we're going over there, I'm going to take a look at Inara real quick and find out if I'm not barking up the wrong tree here. I probably am. So hard points, beam laser efficient is the recipe. The grade 4 mod takes heat vanes. And heat vanes can be found ship salvage, transport ships, USS mission reward. And USS is an unidentified signal source for the uninitiated. And I just passed my stupid signal source, didn't I? But it doesn't tell you what kind of signal source. They are rare. They're a grade 4, I think. Let's see. Let's look at that. They are a grade 4 material. Settlements, shipwrecks, mission rewards. Well, we're not going to find it at a settlement, I can tell you that. Manufactured material traders. High security populated industrial systems. And they don't tell you where you find them. Disengage.
Drives disengaging. Commander, what are your orders? There are items here we could use.
Right. Lower the cargo scoop.
The cargo scoop deployed.
Enable night vision.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, 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 oh. When aiming for it in the windshield, not for the cargo scoop. Hold still. Polymer capacitors are always a good thing. They're not too hard to come by, but quad focus crystals. I don't have a full load of those, but it would be nice to go and get them. There's the conductive polymers. Oh my god, I hit that? Disable night vision.
That's affirmative.
Close the cargo scoop.
Scoop retracted.
Engage Super Cruise.
Super Cruise drive engaging.
And again, we're looking for heat vanes, trying to modify the beam lasers on this ship, so that is the grade 4 upgrade requirement. I have all the grade 5 mats. It said proto heat radiators? Yes, proto heat radiators are required. And I believe I've got plenty of them. Yeah, like 68 of them. I can trade probably 6 or 12 of these and get what I need. That is, I believe, the closest one. Wow. 5,000 light seconds? I just don't see them popping up in encoded emission sources. Stand by to disengage.
Okay,
Now.
disengaging. Commander, what are your orders? We should collect everything we can.
west and taken some of these out. Oops.
I'm here.
Right, so chemical processors are the only thing I don't have a full load of. So, lower the cargo scoop.
Deploying cargo scoop.
Well, I can't collect it with a windshield now, can I? Get in my belly. It is so much easier to scoop cargo with this ship opposed to what I was using before. It just drops right in. It's awesome. Look at that. Boom. Right to the hatch every time.
Well, good.
I was using this massive warehouse with thrusters attached to it to scoop cargo before, and it just keep bumping into stuff and... Focus crystals, finally. Okay. Put that on the ignore list. Let's look at those shield emitters. And in you go. Close the cargo hatch.
Retract.
Engage Super Cruise.
Engaging cruise.
Encoded emissions. That away. That should persist for another 6.5 minutes. I could be getting engineering done, but I'm tracking down materials. Alright, so if this system doesn't fan out, I guess we'll look at material trader nearby. See if I can't get some heat vanes. I don't like using traders. stand by to disengage.
Okay.
Now.
Drives disengaging. Commander, what are your orders? There are items here we can use.
None of them I can. Strange wake solutions and exceptional scrambled emission data. That's the data I got out of that beacon. 288 to 300 on this. Let's go get that one first. This should be the last shield emitter I have to pick up.
So why do you avoid the trading?
Well, it's just a method to me, it's like instant gratification. Close cargo scoop,
Retracted.
engage Super Cruise.
Drive
So
engaging.
it's more like a method of instant gratification. So it's an easy way to get what you need, yes. And I think if this system doesn't fan out and I want to get done what I want to get done, so I may use it. But ordinarily in practice, I don't, because it's just, to me, it's not playing the game. You know, it's not. You're not looking for signal sources. You're just trying to make it easy. And there's nothing wrong with making things easier on yourself, but there's a right way and a wrong way to use a material trader. And I don't think there's any other signal sources I have not been to. Oh, there's an
So
encoded
basically,
image.
if you're willing to do it if you can't grind it out the normal way, then just to complete the task of going.
Well, for the stream, yes. Alright, one more. Like, I intended to have this thing engineered and running missions tonight, and that didn't happen because it takes so long to get it done. I've already engineered the ship, it's just an old set of engineering prints on it, so to get it where it needs to be today, we want to use modern engineering. And there was an update a while back about how the engineers worked. You may have seen me go from a legacy mod to a modern engineering blueprint where different things, different recipes can have an effect. The idea is that when you engineer something, it only gets better every time, whereas previously you'd roll it, you'd get what you got. If you took a chance on it and rolled it again and expended more materials on an attempt to make the item better, you might not get as good a result. Or you might have something that's in the pits. You'd have to decide whether or not you want to keep it. Or, if you were looking for an experimental effect, it was up completely by chance that you would get it. And you would roll and roll and roll and roll and roll until you get the experimental effect that you wanted, and then look at the values of the modifications that you got and see if those were worth having the experimental. You could pull one in as a favor, which means you can basically buy it, but you have to go through and re-roll, and you would the penalty for that is to lose progress with the engineer. So you might have if you had a grade 5 modification, you could pull in a favor to get the secondary effect that you wanted, but to do that you would be stepped down to progress at grade 3, and you would have to upgrade to a grade 3, a grade 4, and a grade 5 module again on your next set of rolls to get your progress back with the engineer. So the new stuff is you're guaranteed to improve it every time. You can only get higher. How much higher is up to random number generator. And you can buy the experimental one time with a set of materials. Period, amen. It's a fixed cost. So that makes it easier and better.
Sounds like it.
We'll do this last signal source. If this doesn't work, we'll go looking at a material trader. We've got plenty of proto-heat, proto-light, proto-radiolic stuff we can trade down to get heat mains, which is the next step down. Whenever you use a material trader, there is always a cost. And it's usually the most advantageous, if you use one, to trade downwards. Use your grade 4, grade 5 stuff, fill up your grades 1, 2, and 3. And this way here, when you do that, you're only tracking high grade stuff. Do those, and you get a better result. You can trade one high grade piece and get like 9 of the next one down if you trade in the same category. Trading across, you get less. And I'll show you how the material trader works. There's plenty of videos all over YouTube for it. Disengage.
Disengaging.
But I will bring it up here if we end up doing that. I'm pretty sure we will.
We should collect everything we can.
Incoming message.
And so that gave me data mined wake exceptions. That's always good. That's a grade 5 material for crafting on FTL drive stuff for extended range. To get those, I've never seen those come out of a data beacon like that. They almost always come from a wake scanner. You have to equip a wake scanner and use it to get data mined wake exceptions. It's not a hard thing to do. You're just sitting around scanning traffic, but nonetheless, you have to spend the money on it and actually go do it specifically. Close cargo scoop.
Retracting cargo scoop.
Alright. Stellar cartography.
Displaying map.
Not one of those signal sources provided us with heat vanes, so don't make this too easy. Services, manufactured material trader, and the whole point of this map is to make it easier. Now, material traders are an interesting thing that they show on the map. Notice that none of them are lighting up. I got all these little gray blips on the map and nothing's lighting up. They have to be discovered and usable, and then the map's only going to show them within 40 light years. All these systems, and I can't see a material trader anywhere in them. Up, down. Because I use them so infrequently, they don't show up for me. Because they have to be discovered. So, if they don't show up, what you do is you start looking wet thumb style. So, let's look for a type of economy. We're probably looking for high tech. Let's see. Extraction refinery going to be raw materials, so industrial might be one we want to look at. And we are looking for a system that is in high security. So Rashana. Anarchy boom, industrial military. I'm willing to bet that in the system we're in, there is no material trader. So here's the big station. And material trader is not listed as a service. You're not really going to find that on an outpost so much, but it is entirely possible. That's because it's an anarchy system, so we're looking for a high security system. Dian. T-Tower Star, 4 million, 4.5 million, corporate industrial. I've got system data. And I don't see material trader on that one either. Doesn't show me the security state of the system though. I mean, I can go searching for it, but what fun would that be? Let's see, what else is closer to me here? Industrial colony. Patronage. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Now, admittedly, I'm not looking at planetary stuff. I could and should be. McCain relay. Let's see if this has... Nope. And the rest of these are not serviceable. Yab Yum. Who names this stuff? Agricultural and industrial.
Random number generator, maybe?
I don't know. I think it's going to be in the high-tech system. Pretty sure. So let's just, let's for grins here, let's look at, take those out of here. See if we can find a high-tech system near where we're at. So closest one is HIP 5099. 30 million high-tech refinery. I've got system data on it. We can go in there. And all of the stations are out back, so this is going to be a long ride. 185,000 light seconds. Is it services? I don't think it's that easy. Nothing. Nothing there. HR 626. Don't have any data for it. Bao Zist. Interstellar factors, that's not what I'm looking for. Something tells me services would do it. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that one does actually have a material trader in it, so Fabian Terminal. Now just for grins, I'm going to be looking at material traders. I want to search. There's a component. Find nearest material trader. What system am I in now? Rishana. ENHA. Okay, on that. I know you guys can't see this. Manufactured material. Just for grins, if I look at EDDB, let's do this. Let's see what I'm doing. I look at EDDB and I look at stations. And I want to see the system I was just eyeballing. Babazist. Those are the ships it has available. Facilities, marketing okay, so it's black market material trader technology broker. Does not have. So if I look at, I want a manufactured material trader close to my current system. HIP 8894, industrial extraction. That's what I was looking at. 17 light years. I don't even know how to say that. Bully Aldous Gateway. HIP 8894. Well, let's take a look at that. Let's turn that off.
That seemed like a good guess.
So that had nothing to do with... So that's industrial. I figured it was industrial. High tech, I think, is... Okay, so if I go here... Yeah, I knew it said material trader. I was thinking it was under services for some reason. I think that's how it used to be, and then they made a change. Alright, well that's the closest one. Let's go check it out. God. More of a chore than it needed to be. Engage warp drive. Engage warp drive.
Jumping. Jumping to next system. Frame shift now engaged. No anomalies detected. Safety protocols for exit.
9:30 already? Time flies when you're, I want to say having fun, but when you're doing something repetitive and redundant, not to mention repetitive and redundant.
Tell me.
Disengage.
Drives disengaging.
Lacon, Juliet Oscar 1.
Request docking.
Empire cordially welcomes you.
Asking now.
Landing procedures within your allocated time slot. Access permitted. Land on designated pad number 20. Maintain your approach, Commander. Ground services are ready and waiting for your arrival.
Lower the landing gear.
Lowering landing gear.
Docking procedure complete. Ship secured. Our facilities are at your disposal, Commander.
Alright, let's fix this first. They shot at us. Didn't have anything to restock. Alright, now we go over to contacts. And material trader, right here. So, this is the matrix. And it's a little bit odd to use until you get used to it. So these are your tiers across. You want to trade. This is the up and down side. This up and down would be across. So first thing it says to do is pick on a material that you want to look for. I need heat vanes, which is a grade 4 material, which is here. I need this. I have 0. What I can give them for it is proto-heat radiators. I have 68 of them. So on the top corner of these say they see how much you can trade for it. And what I can give them is 1 for 3. 1 of these for 3 of these.
So you could get 22, you're saying?
You're welcome, Commander.
Seems that way. So I can give them 6 of these for 1 of those, 36 of these for 1 of those, or I can give them 1 of these and get 3 of those heat vanes in return.
That sounds more like 132.
Well, if I were to give up all of these, yes, but I don't need that many. But you see how this is what I need, and trading a lower tier material,
Right, I see.
how many of them I have to give to get 1. And how I give 1 and I get many in return. So the best way to fill these up is to take a high grade material that you have and trade down to fill up the lower ones. You get a lot farther that way. But going across any of these lines, I have to give more than I would have if I gave proto-heat radiators. It's the only material I can trade where I'm not going to lose my hind end on getting it. So this is the only one I can do. I only need a few rolls out of it, so I'm only going to give up 5 of these. So now I'm down to 61 and I have 15 heat vanes for it. So that's how the math works. It looks intimidating to do it, but it's really not that bad. So I only need a couple rolls on a couple of weapons. So now that that's done, let's go back to Brew's Legacy. Stellar Cartography.
Opening cartography.
A. There's the target. Right. Clear all moorings and prepare for departure.
Initiating.
2 jumps.
Power
we're not too
diverted
far.
to systems. Powering engines. Stand by for launch.
Clear the pad.
Pressurizing.
Detachment sequence complete. are reminded to observe safe speed
Handing
when
you the
traversing
con.
All right, guys, let's go finish what we started. Power to engines and systems.
Redistributing.
Engage warp drive.
That is not an option.
Clear the area and engage system jump.
Boosting now.
Wasn't an option because I was mass locked.
Preparing for jump.
You are now leaving the control zone. Imperial Flight Operations Bureau issues safe onward journey.
Safety protocols for exit.
All right. Gonna do a quick flyby of the star and onto the Mwang system. Engage FSD.
Frameshift now engaging.
Not that you play Star Trek Online anymore, but I've almost got every aspect of the Klingon fleet up to Tier 4.
Nice. But that took some doing.
I should say every aspect of just the primary fleet.
Course
Some of the
adjusted.
secondaries are maxed out. The colony war.
Jumping to
And it
next
just
system.
took time.
Ghost Heart, welcome back to the channel. I see you're saying about the HUD. Yes,
Full integrity is within limits. All other
there
systems
are different reasons to do different colors. Blue is said to keep you awake at night. I want to stay awake so I don't run into stars. I think that's a good thing.
Speaking as someone who drives at night, I disagree with it. Blue puts me to sleep. Red keeps me awake.
Red is easier on the eyes. But I'll say a big but. Since I am someone who wears glasses, I've got chromatic aberrations around the edges. So if I look at something off angle, red tends to spread easily and become blurry way more than blue does. Blue is a, and I use air quotes as I say this, a sharper color. It's easier for me to read, but the comfort zone is said to be in the green. It has enough red hue to it to be easy on the eyes, but it's sharp enough to be clear to you in most cases. In fact, if you're going for VR, green is where it's at, but yeah, good taste if you're doing blue. I like blue. I can't stand looking at that stupid orange HUD. I had to change it. And if we look at some of the interfaces around the rest of the ship, they're blue as well. Look at there. Back here, same thing. Depends on what you're flying as to whether or not it's going to work. I would prefer, and I would love it if Elite would do this, if they would change the HUD. I mean, there's something to be said for consistency, but I would love it if they changed the HUD for the ship that you're in. Or have an MFD kind of thing where you can change the functions of the layouts. That would be good, kind of like in Star Citizen.
I will say what is referred to as the blue shift, where the sun comes up is what I have the most trouble with. That's where I have the biggest trouble staying awake.
Prepare for orbit.
Reducing speed. Initializing orbital rendezvous procedures.
I think anybody has that kind of trouble. I have trouble seeing in the morning too. It's hugely... You're talking about dawn, right? When the sun comes up?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think anybody likes that. Best thing that can happen to you is have a cloudy day.
Yep. I've got 2 red lights in the cab of the truck. I have one up above my head and one at my feet. If I turn them on, it helps me.
Orbital navigation system online. Intelligent thrusters initiating. Done.
Lacon, Juliet, Oscar 1. Flight control online. Welcome, Commander. Request docking permission if you wish to land.
Request a landing pad.
Requesting docking bay.
Yes, I know. Pandora's probably doing its "Are you done listening" bull crap that it always does.
02.
Yep. There it is. Hate that thing. I was talking to somebody about Pandora earlier today. This is the Mark Petrie channel. And I was talking to somebody about Pandora earlier. Lights on.
Lights on.
About that very same feature, the "Are you done listening?" And I said, I'll flipping tell you when I'm done listening. You keep playing music until you hear otherwise. Apparently I have to pay for that.
Yep, and all that does is extend the clock. How about it give you an hour?
I think I've been up for... I mean, I had that up in the shop earlier today. I think it went for an hour, but it seems to do that more and more often. It's especially annoying when I'm trying to clean the house and I want some music.
Landing operation complete. Commence system shutdown.
Lights off.
Welcome, Commander.
Lights off.
Alright, we say we try that again. Beam lasers, efficient grade 4. It's only got to take 2 or 3 rolls to get the grade 5 unlocked. Only have 2 of them. 3 rolls. Alright, grade 5 unlocked. Proto-heat radiators. That is exactly the material I didn't want to give up for this, because I know they're going to take a crap ton of them to get these up and running. Got plenty of other stuff, just... It's 5. The DPS is up. Still need to work on power draw, thermal load, and distributor draw. That's 8 rolls. That's 9. 9 rolls to finish that. Okay, so now we want experimental thermal vent. So yeah, thermal vent. Just reading. I didn't even look at what that cost me. Oh well. It's fine. I had the materials, obviously. So back to beam lasers. We're going to do the other one. Same deal. Grade 4. Should take 3 runs at this. Should do it. Unless I get a good roll. Okay. Wow, it's going to take 4, huh? K. There we go. Grade 5. More to complete it. That's 7 rolls. And you're still not done. I really don't need to throw another roll at it, but that'll complete it. Oh, come on! Now you're just being stingy. Alright, 9 rolls.
Yes, it is.
That last little tick of the dial, man, it's a costly one. Thermal vent. I still didn't look at what that cost.
5, 3, and 3.
Yeah, but of what materials? I'm doing it so fast. No, I don't want to do that. I'm sure it was expensive. Alright. So, beams are done. What's next? Stellar cartography.
Stellar cartography.
Next closest engineer is Uemaki. I've already been there. Akanar, I don't. Do I need to go there? Which engineer is in here? Tiana Fortune. She does. What does she do? I'm looking at Anara right now because I can't remember all of this stuff. Tiana Fortune. Tiana Fortune, Tiana Fortune, Tiana Fortune. Where are you? No. Ah, all the way down at the bottom. Okay, so she does Wake Scanner, which you don't have. Kill Warrant Scanner, which we don't have. Manifest Scanner, Collector Limpets, Fuel Transfer Limpets, Hatchbreaker Limpets, Prospector Limpets, Sensors. And I wanted to modify the sensors. So, yeah, we could go that way. Let's plot a course. Akanar is...
Well, sir, I'm happy you've resolved your little waviness issue. And I have to get to bed. I've got to be up in the morning.
Very good, sir. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. Always a pleasure. "78 light years." Should be about 4 jumps. 3 jumps. It was close. Clear all moorings and prepare for departure.
Pre-launch diagnostics checked. All systems ready to go. Stand by for launch.
Takeoff procedure complete. Clear for departure.
Gear up.
Landing gear raised.
Lights on.
On.
Clear the area and engage Super Cruise.
Boost.
Flight control now offline.
Engage Super Cruise.
Goodbye, Commander.
Engaging cruise.
Now you'll have to correct me if I say your name wrong, but Polizzi, welcome to the channel. Good to have you aboard. Looks like Ghost Heart has disappeared on me. Coming up on 10 o'clock. And as you know, that's time critical. We're out of orbit. Engage warp drive.
Jumping.
I've already got a warp drive that's capable of 30 plus light years jump range when it's empty, so that was courtesy of... who else? Felicity Farseer. Got our beams done up. I believe the armor is done. Scan the system.
Scanning now.
Let's have a look at those modules. Don't you lock up on me. Thrusters are not done yet. Shield generator is not done yet. Shield boosters are not done yet. Missile racks, I believe these are... no, they're not done yet. Power distributor is not done. That's not what I wanted. Not done yet. Beams are done. FSD is done. Yep. Heat sinks. That's the other thing I did. Heat sink. Ammo cap. Chaff launcher. That's done. Power plant we did, I believe, Armored 5 with double braced. So it's a very, very hard power plant. With the bonus, by the way, of a 12% power output bonus. When you armor it, you do get a power output bonus. That way it's not a complete sacrifice. Lou D, I've been there a few times. Engage FSD.
Charging frameshift drive.
I was trying to remember which mods I had done last night. Reset panels.
Running integrity checks. Maximum velocity engaged. Key systems are at optimal levels. Readying for exit now.
our next stop is Achenar. Stand by to engage FSD.
Standing by.
Engage.
Engaging drive. Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are now at normal levels.
Unregistered comms beacon detected.
Been a while since I've been to this system. I was stationed here for a while. And the engineer, of course, is behind me. Right, so I want to try and make Commander Root leave here because this is a bot. And I'm going to miss my target if I don't start driving. Alright, so the message that's going to go in chat. Message that's going in chat is to Commander Root and to no one else. That is hopefully to make him leave. His Commander Root character is a bot. I'd like to see him disappear. I've been trying to make these three, like Lurks and Commander Root and ST Faka. A couple others that come in here and they're just bots. All they do is broadcast some 24/7 stream. I would like them to leave. They do nothing. There's no point in them being there. Host Me raffle, community showcase. They just don't need to be in my channel. It's got to be a TOS violation. Lights off.
Lights off.
Lakon Juliet Oscar 1. Commencing automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols.
So she used to be at the top of a mountain, which became a crater. Which is great because it is bowl-shaped. Fallout reference. Then one day the mountain became a crater. Request a landing pad.
Contacting docking control.
Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 07.
Gear down.
Gear down.
I've been here in a while. It's a funny looking base. Aim for the numbers. And cut the engines, and down we go. Lights off.
That's already done.
Well, it's awfully bright down here. It's too bright here.
Engaging ship restraints. Your arrival has been noted.
Right. Okay. So we want sensors to be modified here. I want a long-range scanner. Remember, we put on D-rated sensors just to lower the cost of the rebuy and to lightweight the ship a little bit. So long-range scanner is going to take some iron. One roll will get us a grade 2. Boom, done. Now I'm increasing mass, and I'm also decreasing the target scan angle. So here's grade 2. Hybrid capacitor is what it's going to take on grade 2. And then for grade 3, unexpected emission data. We'll have picked up a crap ton of that. So let's go ahead and modify this. Hope I don't need to go looking for anything else. Grade 4 is unlocked. Encoded emission data this time. Electrochemical arrays, plenty of them. Germanium, plenty of that. At least 3 rolls of grade 4 to get grade 5 unlocked. Looks like I'm going to do 4th roll. And grade 5, here it is. Penalty is now 2 tons heavier. And down to 21 degrees target scan angle. So niobium, polymer caps, abnormal compact emissions, and I'm probably going to be going and looking for that. Our scan range is 8.19. And I'm not going to fret about this too much being completed. We can always come back for that. And if I happen to see a material trade, I'll go ahead and trade for that. So we can move on to the next. You can pin that. There are no experimentals for this. So we're going to move on to the next engineer. Astrometrics.
Accessing cartography.
Oh, you're loud, aren't you? Eurybia, I'm pretty sure I don't need to go there. Take a quick look at Inara. No, I don't have any weapons that would facilitate me needing to go to the Yoru system. I do need to go to the weird system. Let's see. DC, it's already done. Wolf 397, multi-cannons, railguns, frag cannon. Don't need those. Seeker missiles. I do need to go to Eurybia, and I'm looking for Liz Ryder. So that's where we're going. She's got some missile work for me. Demolitions Unlimited, yep. Blowing stuff up. $85 light years, 3 jumps. Easy riding. Clear all moorings and prepare for departure.
Initiating. Loading configuration. All systems ready to go. Stand by for launch.
Raise the landing gear.
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
Power to engines and systems.
Redistributing.
Clear the area and engage system jump.
Disengaging automated flight control routine. Safe travels, Commander.
Readying for jump now.
Ah, my camera. the mountain.
Preparing for jump. Adjusting for jump. Frame shift now engaged. No anomalies detected. Safety protocols for exit.
Engage system jump.
Engaging jump.
Scan the system.
Scanning now. Jumping to next system. Key systems are at optimum levels, readying for exit.
Scan the system.
Scanning.
Engage system jump.
Jumping. Key systems are at optimum levels, readying for exit.
Demolition's unlimited. That is our destination. Guys, I think this engineer is going to be the last one for me before I kick it off over to another Elite Dangerous player, because I'm getting tired. Like I said, I bit my tongue earlier. It hurts. It's hard to speak clearly. Gotta really focus on what I'm doing with it. I'm gonna make this one my last engineer for tonight. Don't worry, we'll be doing more. It's really interesting how the stream handles color. I mean, I've got my orbit lines are supposed to be yellow, and the stream's just got them basically in a gray. Prepare for orbit.
Decreasing speed.
I believe this is a higher G world. That exclusion line, that yellow line, is closer to the surface in appearance. I guarantee you this is going to be over 1.2 G's landing. So for high G planets, we want a little bit of a shallower approach.
Orbital navigation guidance system online.
Already up to half a G now. This isn't exactly your average moon. Actually, it is a moon, so we're probably not going to be quite 1 G on it. I think I would have shoot for about 30 on this.
Changing flight mode.
Request a landing pad.
Automated flight
Seeking
control
permission.
protocol initiated. Please submit a request prior to landing. Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 02.
0.84 G, so we're going to have a little bit of gravity coming down. Onto the pad, that is. Gear down.
Landing modules deployed.
And level her out. They're doing mining here, so this guy wants materials to unlock him, I'm sure. Actually, I think it's a girl.
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured. Greetings, Commander.
Alright, so armor she does a little bit of, but missiles are what we really want. High cap magazine, we're going to do a converted module. High cap is what we want. It's the only thing in here that I care about. So we need to complete grade 3 in order to get to where it is. I had grade 3, now it's going to take you one step backwards to go from a legacy mount to legacy system to the new engineering system. So we want to modify this. We're only going to need like 3 rolls to get down past this particular grade. And there's grade 4. Mechanical equipment, high density composites, and tin. Have over 100 of each material. Okay, there's grade 5. Mechanical components, proprietary composites, military supercapacitors. Good freaking luck. Where do these come from? Used by factions in time of war, known to be salvaged from signal sources, so systems in a state of war. I have seen so very few of these, it's not even funny. I don't think this is going to take more than 14 rolls to do this, so... 11 in the magazine. DPS doesn't do anything. There's 12 in the ammo maximum, okay? But that didn't do too bad. It took 8 rolls. Now I want the experimental. We want to look first. So we've done ammo capacity. Overload munitions do what? Experimental munitions that create a convert explosive to thermal. I thought there was a I mean, if you're targeting a subsystem, you can do damage that way. I don't know if that's going to do any good or not. I don't want to play games with this ship. So, thermal cascade. Thermal cascade can take a kinetic hit or an explosive hit and turn it into thermal damage using the shields. So that would mean you would want to fire these at a shielded target, and generally that's against what you want to do for missiles. So drag munitions disrupt engine exhaust, temporarily preventing engine power distributor from increasing thrust. So it cancels your engine modifier, so it slows you down. So this increases your rate of fire. Strip down, double brace, flow controls, power efficiency. Oversized, scaled up components, reinforced munitions. Housing allows the weapon to pack more of a punch, increasing damage at the cost of increased power draw. 5% more power draw. So we're already at a deployed. So we're at 84 and. Let's see. And that's expendable. Sacred missile, cargo hatch. priority. Fuel scoop is 3. Life support is 1. Sensors are 1. Heatsink is 2. Chat is 2. It's priority 1. Shield generator is priority 2. What the hell, man? Look at what's going on in my power priorities here. That's a bug. Thruster's priority 1, shield generator's priority 2, shield booster is 2, seeker missile rack is 2. Okay, so those are set. So I think we want to do oversized on the missiles. Scrap, components, and ruthenium. That'll do. Now let's do the other one. Convert. High cap. I'm going to need some vanadium, apparently. Gotta go looking for mats. I just gotta spend a week doing nothing but this. There's grade 5. That's done. Experimental. Oversized. Alright. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. Now that that's done, let's set up for our next engineer. So, don't need to go to Yoru, don't need to go to Akinar, don't need to go to Desiat. We... Sirius, Sol, Weird. Lang. I think we'll go to Weird next. And the Dweller is going to do my power distributor at Blackhide, and that's set to go. Now, guys, I may do some of this off stream, but just to get myself out of having to monitor everything. Angel of Light, welcome to the stream. Just about to sign out. So that's plotted. I may do some of this stuff off stream. I'm not doing anything too particularly important. Just getting the keel back all ready to go. I do want to play with a friend of mine this weekend, and I'd like to put myself kind of on his level. Show him what needs to be done and how. So, anyway, it's right about 10:30, so I've been at this for about 2.5 hours now, and I'm going to kick it over to, another streamer here, and I believe he's online. Make sure of what I'm seeing here. Really? Who else is online here? Wow, he's not on. Or did he just go live? Oh, he is live. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do, guys. I am going to charge your frame shift drives for you. And we are going to go visit the Pavehawker. He is excellent at... That's not what I wanted to do. He is excellent at doing what he does. We tend to refer to him, we the viewers tend to refer to him as the Paul Harvey of Elite Dangerous. He's very good. He's got some engineering comedic humor, and he is out towards the Thor's Hammer sector right now, trying to flip some systems in his favor. He's actually investigating some crews to Raxla, and he's making progress. Worth a look, guys. Go check him out, the Pavehawker. We're going to warp you over right now. But for now, I want to thank y'all for watching. As always, I am Scoob. And as always, when you go out into your corner of the galaxy, do the rest of us a favor. Don't be a Richard. Be excellent to each other. Be safe, behave, be good, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and if you do, don't name it after me. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. And for now, stand by for the warp out. Charge your frame shifter eyes, get ready to go watch the Pavehawker.